Today's Friday after school. I'm at my grandparents' house and do a little fishing, I think. So, I tried to put the drone up. I guess I didn't say this, but I got a drone. So, I got a little bit of footage yesterday, just from my neighborhood, but I'm gonna, I'll show you, but I'm gonna go fish. Don't know how, the water's gonna be pretty cold, so I just got a little jerkbait and wacky worm, but see what we can do. Okay, so that kid was there last time I was here. I lost all the footage from last time I was here. I caught like 12, but I lost all the footage. So let's hope I can get him today. There's a bed right there. I don't know when these fish are gonna spawn. Water seems decently warm. Definitely warm enough for the old trick worm. I'm gonna start off full size, work my way down if I need to, but pretty confident that they'll be hitting full size now. So see if I can get into them. Kind of confident, kind of not, but let's see. That's where I've caught a lot of fish on this bank. Watch my buzzbait and Dropshot video. I slayed them here this summer on buzzbaits. Can't wait for that again. But again, spring's probably my favorite time to fish, just because you can use so many different tactics. Like on the lake, you can be throwing spinner baits, jerk baits, really smorgasbord stuff. But in the summer, I'm kind of stuck to throwing either like a drop shot, a shaky head, Ned rig, just like some of that boring finesse stuff. Granted, I'm finesse fishing now, but I'm just finesse fishing just to try to get some numbers in before I try to go for that big bite. I'm trying to weed out some of those smaller fish with this bigger presentation of a trick worm, but I got some curltail worms and stuff that I can send out to the middle and see if I can get one of the big girls to eat. I haven't caught a good one out here this year. My biggest last year was probably about 3.5. My biggest one, so maybe pull out. This lake's actually pretty clear for this time of year. In the summer it gets kind of cloudy, but this is actually nice water. So it's probably about 3-foot visibility. I'd rather be throwing red flake. Dix didn't have it when I went there. They have it now. Might pick some up, but it's important to be using fluoro in this water. I can get away with mono, but I'm never tying straight braid in here. So I'm rambling. Yeah, I'm rambling for a while. So there's something to think about, and maybe get back to you guys later. There's one. Run, run, run. He's running with it. There's one. There we go. They're eating. They're eating. It's a good sign. Barely been here. Just cast him right out there. Get that finesse worm. These fish are a little bit colder, but at least I know that they're biting. Yeah, barely hooked them. That's why you gotta let them run with it when you're using the 6-inch or 4-inch trick worm, because these fish aren't the biggest. So I've got a great hook set on them. I knew there had to be one somewhere around there, but well, graceful. But that's a good sign. First cast there. Trick worm's a great pattern here. Like, I would toss a Senko, but what's the class of fish in here? It's a little bit too small. This trick worm's a little bit more finesse too for these low lethargic still fish. But I'm hitting up Black Hills tomorrow, so there's one. Drop back on him. Dropping back like a marlin on these bass, just for the sake that my hooks are pretty small. Another one. Oh my god. He was running with it forever though. I bet that was a bluegill. There's no way that fish could have ran with it for that long and not been hooked. There's a fish. Let him run with it though. Looks like a decent fish actually. There's one. Better fish, guys. Oh yeah, that's definitely a better one. There we go. Get him in here. There we go. Second one, evening sesh. Quick one on top of the roof. There we go. One little one. Not bad. Not bad. When I set the hook to him, I thought it was a lot bigger of a fish. But still better than what I've been getting, which was nothing. So switch over to the red flake, a little bit smaller presentation. That's when he ate it. So decent little fish. That's about the average here, but see if I can get another one. I'm letting this guy run with it for so long. I'm not trying to miss him again. Got 1, 3, 4, 5. I'm done. I'm done. I let him run forever. I need to downsize. What happened with that fish? I let him run forever, but downsize. And this is a red flake, so a little bit different presentation. I like this red flake for this water. Just really like how it looks. And see if I can pick off one from here. They're definitely stacked back here. I just haven't been able to capitalize on any of my bites. So I'm 1 for 6. I'm 1 for 5 now. I have 5 good bites that I could have capitalized on, which is pretty sucky. So better get my act together before the end of the day so I can get a video. Alright, I'm gonna move to the other side since those people just left. Try my luck there. I started using wacky hooks here, or wacky hooks. Yeah, I guess I did use wacky hooks, but I was meant to say wacky worms. Oh, one just picked me up. Let me continue the story in a minute. There's one. I think they're sitting in this little indentation right here. But the reason I started using wacky hooks is I started off throwing a drop shot, barely hooked them, skin hooked them in the top of the mouth. But I started using wacky worms here. Actually, I started off using drop shots. Nice little one. I started off using drop shots because, I don't know, I just really was into them. Back when I was swimming with my phone, I used them a ton, and I caught fish. But the problem was my weight fell off. So I'm like, okay, let's just try a wacky worm. Then that's just how this whole wacky thing evolved for me. And I could be throwing drop shots, but I don't know. I've just been throwing drop shots all summer, so I kind of like wacky fishing better, sight fishing, but maybe drop shot and out deep. But yeah, so that's how I started using wacky worms. I used to use like cream worms. Then I got into the Zoom red flakes when I started fishing ponds with Michael. So that's why I use wacky worms here. I use like spinners and stuff before, but wacky worm and drop shot are my main spring patterns here. That's a nice fish. Come on, drop back, drop back, drop back. Oh, I got him. I do have him. I didn't know if I had so much of a belly in my line. I didn't know I had him. Oh, is that blood that I see in the water? Hopefully not. There we go. Biggest one. You're getting bigger, getting big, getting bigger. There we go. Another little one. Make sure my lens is crusty free. Another little fish. Here's another one. So I'm now 4 for 12. Not a really good hookup ratio, but at least I'm getting into them now. Glad I moved over here. I should start tagging these, see which ones grow big. But okay, another little one. I'll be a nice person and let them go like they do. Cue the slow-mo release. Score. Just found this little chompers thing. I'm saving all the lures I found. I also found, hang on, let me find. That's why I got plans before I film. This little grub and this chompers thing with a hook in it. The reason I'm looking for lures now, well, I always am on the lookout, but I have a bin at my house that I'll show you guys in a later video. I'm filling up with lures that I've found. Some functional, some not, but I want to do a video this summer, like a challenge, maybe me and Michael or something. Like you pick a lure from the box, like a found lure, and see what you can catch with found lures. My throat hurts. Oh, I'm not getting sick. Maybe I'm just talking too much. That's a sign that you're talking too much if your throat hurts. So I'm gonna shut up and fish. Since I missed a few fish up shallow, I decided to maybe try a little drop shot, try to get them deep. 3 people in here. I'm not talking right now, but I think what I'm gonna do, rather than throwing like my usual, well, let's see if I have them first. Rather than throwing like my usual sharpshooter or something, I want to downsize a little bit more finesse. So these are actually trout worms. They're pink. Picked them up Bass Pro last time I was there, and they're about 3 inches. They're really, I like to kind of use them for finesse drop shotting. I'll wacky rig them for trout and crappie and stuff, but they're actually a really good finesse drop shot bait. I should probably have gotten them at morning dawn, but so I was gonna put it on my hook like this, I'm throwing this on my medium heavy. Probably it's not a great pair, but it'll get the job done. There we go. Finesse, finesse, finesse. Good winter presentation too, but since these fish are kind of small, so oh, that's looking filthy. So yeah, just cast it out there and see if I can get them a different way than besides a wacky worm. That did not take long. Just got a hit on it. Just got a hit on the drop shot. First little toss out. Good stuff. There's a good one. That's a good one. That's a real good fish. Stay pinned, stay pinned. Oh my god, it's a toad. It's a toad. Stay pinned, boy. Stay pinned. Stay pinned. Stay pinned. Oh my god, that's a good fish. Come here, 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 baby. Come here, baby. Woo! It's a 3. Yes! Look at that fish. That's a stud. Thanks. It's about 3. Let me get my scale out. First get his picture. 2.5, 3. Eyes are stuck. Okay. Whew, I'm shaking. Dang, 3.21 on the dot. 3.41. Let me. 3.68. Good fish. Ate that itty bitty worm. Itty bitty worm. That 3-pounder. There we go. Thank you, fish. Whew. Yes. Okay, so I was just fishing on that little transition, and my theory was right about how these, I think this bigger one should be faded off, but itty bitty drop shot worm. Crazy. I'll see if I can duplicate myself and get another decent one. But that fish was rip and drag off here. Crazy, crazy fight. Let's see if I can get another one. There's another one. Just got bit again. Drop shot's the thing to be throwing now. Was throwing wacky, getting a bunch of small little fish. Now I got the drop shot bite on, and they're in here thick. Bite. Another one. This one feels decent. Yeah, not a bad one. Getting into him now on this little drop shot. This guy's been caught before. See right there? Could be for me actually. Caught right there. Caught on the other side of the lip too. Okay, another little one. Getting him now. Another one. Picking them off. Ow! See? If that fish was bigger, that would have been worse. Picking them off today on the drop shot. Maybe I should just come back here tomorrow instead of going to the lake. Definitely getting the pattern down. Okay guys, I just realized I have not filmed the outro for this. So it's Sunday evening, I fished Friday afternoon. Sunday night, it's almost 11 o'clock, so I'm going to get to bed. I need to edit this real quick and get to bed. But just want to let you know, I fished Black Hills on Sunday. No, I fished Black Hills on Saturday. I blanked. I thought they were going to be up shallow. Reality was they were in that 15-foot range. I thought they'd be in that 10-foot range. No video for that day. Didn't catch anything. But I'm going to this pond Monday afternoon. So hopefully I'll do good there again. Probably will, but not going to hype anything up. But as always, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Now like, ooh, smell like, ooh, girl, and again.